300 million years ago, a nightmare was forged in the coal swamps that would look you right in the eye. This is Arthropleura, a 2-meter-long armored titan that shattered every law of biological limits. Today, we unmask the largest bug to ever walk the Earth and reveal the terrifying truth hidden in its 2026 CT scans. But what fueled this biological monster? The secret is in the air. Welcome to the Carboniferous, a high-octane cauldron where the atmosphere reached 35% oxygen. In this high-pressure world, evolution didn't just walk, it exploded. Arthropleura reigned as the undisputed king of the undergrowth, an armored giant fueled by an atmosphere we could never survive. But wait until you see the armor required to support its massive bulk. It was a biological tank. Reaching lengths of nearly 9 feet, it was an engineering miracle of chitin and muscle. Its multi-layered suit of plate armor was designed for unyielding resilience and total consumption. But what kind of head could control such a monster? For nearly 2 centuries, the face of this titan was a mystery. But in 2024, advanced micro-CT scans finally unmasked the monster. Scientists discovered a chimeric nightmare, the body of a millipede, but the aggressive head architecture of a centipede. But its most lethal adaptation was hidden in its eyes. Unlike anything alive today, Arthropleura possessed stalked compound eyes. It used advanced panoramic vision to track movement across the forest floor with eagle-like precision. It was a diurnal king, watching your ancestors through dozens of specialized lenses. But did this sight serve a hunger for blood or something else? Despite its terrifying look, Arthropleura was the ultimate vacuum of the Carboniferous floor. Lacking venomous pincers, it relied on raw mechanical force, grinding through rotting wood and nutrient-rich nuts with unyielding power. But how did it move this heavy armor with such lethal speed? Its movement was a rhythmic display of synchronized power. Fossilized trackways prove this giant moved with shocking speed, its dozens of reinforced legs shaking the prehistoric mud. It was a physical presence usually reserved for vertebrates, an armored god on a warpath. But a recent beach find in England just rewrote the record books. In 2021, on the jagged coast of Northumberland, a chance discovery shattered our understanding. A single fossil segment confirmed an individual measuring a staggering 2.7 meters. This was the largest terrestrial arthropod in history, a titan that didn't just live in the shadows, it dominated them. But this find also destroyed our longest-held myth. We were lied to. We were told the oxygen was the only key, that a 35% atmosphere created this giant. But the Northumberland Titan reached its peak millions of years before oxygen levels hit their maximum. It wasn't just the air, it was a nutrient-rich world where nothing was big enough to kill it. For millions of years, an adult Arthropleura was invincible. It was too massive to tackle, too armored to kill. It bullied its way through the undergrowth, a living fortress that answered to no one. But the era of bug kings was about to collide with a new breed of killer, one that didn't need size to win. The rise of early reptiles signaled the end. While the adults were safe, the juveniles were slaughtered by these faster, more efficient hunters. The high-energy burden of gigantism was becoming a death trap in a world that was starting to cool. The forest itself was preparing for a brutal collapse. The Carboniferous rainforest collapse was the final executioner. As the climate turned arid, the lush coal swamps evaporated. The high metabolic cost of a 2-meter body became a death sentence. The giant vacuum of the forest floor finally suffocated, leaving the world to the small, the fast, and the cold-blooded. But the giant left a mark that powers your world today. The very forests Arthropleura dominated became the coal measures that fuel modern civilization. We are building our world on the remains of a lost kingdom. It is a legacy forged in chitin and compressed over millions of years. But the giants still have a story to tell. Today, the survivors of this lost kingdom are small enough to step on. But the chimeric head we unmasked in 2024 proves they all share the same ancient blueprint. Modern millipedes are the scaled-down shadows of a time when the ground beneath our feet belonged to giants. A reminder that even monsters eventually fall. Which prehistoric monster should we reconstruct next? Comment below with your choice, like this video, and subscribe to Extinct Earth as we continue to reveal the giants of our lost world. I'm John, and I'll see you in the next reconstruction.